Alright then guys, welcome back to the channel. As always, please do me a favor, click the like button, subscribe and leave your comments in the section below. So, Derek Chisora batters Otto Wallin in a one-sided beatdown. Now, as you guys can remember, when I did my review for this fight, I said I do not know what to expect from Derek Chisora. Because Chisora is he's a special guy, he's an enigma. Like, in the ring, outside of the ring, nobody knows what to expect from Chisora because he can do anything. So going into this fight, I knew that Otto Wallin is not exactly a killer. He doesn't have a massive punch. He's not a puncher. He's a good boxer, and he hasn't got the ability to take a fighter out. And I knew that Chisora, although has the ability to take a fighter out, and he's got heart and he's dogged and he's, he's mean and he's a bully in the ring, I thought Chisora was old to be able to get in there and have the fights that he keeps having again and again and again. And I was proven wrong here. Not that I said Chisora was going to be beaten, because I actually picked Chisora to beat Otto Wallin, but I thought that Chisora would gas out early or wouldn't be able to, provide the output that he did in this fight. And Chisora actually, surprised me. Chisora actually boxed really well in the earlier rounds, because the game plan for Chisora in the earlier rounds was to stay on Otto Wallin's chest, bang the body, and then go upstairs with overhand right or left. And he kept doing that in the first 1 to 8 rounds. Chisora kept investing in the body and then going upstairs. And Otto Wallin didn't know what to do. He did not know how to overcome the pressure that Chisora was putting on him. Otto Wallin's jab was non-existent because Chisora took the jab away. You see that peekaboo sort of style that Chisora fights with. It reminds me of Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier used to fight like that with his head, bobbing left and right and his arms crossed to sort of, stop the uppercuts from landing. And that is what Chisora did in this fight. Although because he was coming in very low, he needs to make sure that he can do that bob and weave very well and really peekaboo to be able to stop Wallin from landing the uppercut. And Wallin could not land the uppercut. And the thing is, when a fighter is coming that low, to come up the way Chisora is doing, so he comes low and then come upstairs with overhand right. If you're not able to land the uppercut, you can't stop him. And Otto Wallin was not able to stop Chisora in this fight. So in the earlier rounds, Chisora stayed on Otto Wallin's chest, bangs him to the body, bang him to the head. Chisora actually won the jab contest in this fight. And Otto Wallin is the taller fighter, but he fights so timid, right? Otto Wallin is not a killer. He hasn't got that, that venomous mentality, that killer instinct in there. He's not spiteful, Otto Wallin, so he was not able to capitalize on the skills. He's very skillful, a southpaw, very crafty, good boxing skills, good mover, but he because he doesn't have that viciousness within him. He's not able to, use the viciousness and the skill to be able to overcome a fighter like Chisora, who comes forward all night and throw bombs. In fact, I was actually surprised because I didn't think that Chisora was going to come into this fight and fight the way he fought for a longer period, right? Because Chisora is 41 years old. He's had some losses. Every time that Chisora has been in the ring and gotten out of the ring, people are saying Chisora needs to retire, right? So Chisora, he's always proven people wrong, and he seems to be, the fan favorite, right, of the British public. People love him, and although he's had so many losses on his record, it does not deter him. He keeps coming, he keeps fighting, and he keeps giving value for money. So this was a very interesting fight, and I think where Chisora, had a lot of success in this fight is because his will to win, his will to overcome his opponent was much greater than Otto Wallin's will to win. Otto Wallin is a strange fighter because that Tyson Fury fight was the fight that propelled his name into, notoriety, right? People got to know Otto Wallin because he gave a very good account of himself against Tyson Fury. He busted Fury's eye and really gave Fury a really, really tough test. And after that, he should have capitalized on that and really gone on to secure, bigger fights and competitive fights. And he couldn't do that. Recently he got beaten by Anthony Joshua and retired on his stool. And then in this fight against Chisora, he just shows that, he hasn't got that killer instinct. He hasn't got that mentality. He hasn't got that, ability to be at the elite level or at the top level. Because if you cannot beat Chisora at this time in his career, then you can't hang with the likes of Joshua, Tyson Fury, Usyk, and the top 10 fighters. So it was a really interesting fight to see. Chisora once again, victorious. To me, Chisora won round 1 to 10, round 11, 12, or maybe round 9. Wallin took round 9, 10, and maybe 12. I need to work the fight again, but I think Chisora took round 12. So I'll give Wallin round 9 and 10. 2 rounds, and Chisora for me won the rest of the rounds. Impressive performance, like incredible resilience, Chisora. And Chisora actually suffered a cut, below the right eye and above the right eye, and he kept fighting. So look, Chisora, he deserves all the props. He wants one more fight. His 50th fight is when he wants to retire from the sport, and I think he's deserved it. Somewhere in London, somewhere in Manchester again. If they can put that fight on for Chisora, that would be great. So he can bow out of the sport, having given the British public a great night or great nights of boxing. So look, really enjoyed this fight. I called Chisora to win. I thought that Wallin didn't have enough, ruggedness, or, wouldn't be tough enough to be able to overcome someone like Chisora, and that proved to be the right situation on the night. So you guys get in the comment section, let me know what you think about this fight. What was your prediction before the fight, and what did you think about Chisora after this fight? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, guys, I appreciate your support. Thank you for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video.